Hey beautiful people, what is up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my little corner of the interwebs. I'm trying for you guys. I'm trying to get these new makeup releases back to being consistent. So for today's video, we're gonna dive straight into new makeup releases where I share all of my thoughts, unfiltered, unbothered, on all of the new products that hit the market. With doing these videos, one of the things that I do try to do is to look at it from the perspective of how I think these products are going to sell and whether or not you'll have opportunities to get these on sale at a better price at a later date. So that is something I try to infuse within these videos. I don't always get it right. I don't always remember, but I do try my best to do it. And then I also just give my thoughts on like how I feel on the color story. Am I excited? Am I bored? Am I confused? All that fun jazz. So I don't want to hold y'all because I'm trying to keep these videos at a decent length. And I know, I heard you guys loud and clear. Y'all said yes to outside videos. I just want to let y'all know outside is raining right now. So I'm inside and it's gloomy. That's why I have all the lights going because I'm trying to like make this less dark. But it is too rainy. Well, not even too rainy. It's just rainy. So I can't do this outside today. But I am definitely going to do it for you guys at some point because I'm really excited about the idea and y'all seem excited too. So thank you for co-signing on that. All right, without further ado, I already have Makeup on Your Radar's Instagram page pulled up. I'm going to scooch over to the side so I can insert some photos and let's just dive right in. Okay, so hot off the presses, we have a new release from Ensley Rain. This is their Cosmic Dreamer collection. I didn't want to like the Ensley Rain formula. I really like it. It's so nice. It's, you know, the mattes are beautiful. The shimmers are really nice. But y'all know how I feel about the price. I did end up purchasing 2 other palettes from the brand, but I will say that I think I'm good. I think I'm content. I don't think I need any more. I think I'm done. Partly because I am on a low buy, and 2, also, like, I have, their palettes are so large that I feel like I don't need any of these shades. So for example, looking at this Cosmic Dreamer palette, there's a lot of greens. And if you have Flower Moon and Groovy Garden, you know that those are also already green heavy palettes. So I don't think this is adding anything special to my collection. I do appreciate that the palette is arranged in these rows, where each row could be its own sort of like focal look or whatever. But there's 2 green rows, 1 kind of orangey row, 1 pink row, and 1 blue row. I'm only really excited in the orange neutral row and the blue row, which is 2 out of 5 rows. So not enough to make me want to pick this up. So not interested. I will say that this is on the cheaper side of things. So their palettes can go all the way up to $88. Y'all already know. We've been talked about this. But this one is going to be $69. I do wonder if they are trying to listen to the feedback of consumers and lower their prices, or at least keep their prices under $70, because in my opinion, $70 is the tip top of where people want to go. 72 is even pushing it. And I think you can get away with 72 because typically if your palette's $72, you're going to be able to have an affiliate code that brings it back down to under $70. So people could swallow that. But then you have to add the shipping on top of it, right? So it's something that people are always trying to add and subtract and figure out if this is even worth it for them. But I'm glad that so far, what I have seen, all of their new releases seem to come under that $70 price mark. So I hope this is the direction that the brand continues to go. Now, it does have 6... Wait, I don't know. In addition, to the palette, there are 6 moon dust. I guess those are loose shadows, loose pigments. 6 pressed multi-chromes or holochrome single shadows, and a lip gloss. Okay. I again, not interested in any of these, and I'm not seeing the prices of the other products, but congrats. If y'all get it, let me know. Moving right along, What's Up Beauty? They are releasing a new collection of lipsticks. Could we just talk about the intricacies of this, like, lipstick? The etching. I would love to see how this is made. I'm assuming it's just the mold that they pour the lipstick into, but like, it's stunning. These are the types of products that you don't want to wear because then you end up messing up the like really beautiful design into it, and oh, it's so pretty. I'm supposed to be getting this in PR, fingers crossed that I do. And if I do, of course, I'll do like some lip swatches for you guys, because I also think these are very beautiful neutral colors that would work for like an everyday lip for like my complexion. And these are going to be $23, which isn't bad. Oh, 23. That makes me so happy, because y'all know all of these lipsticks are now starting at $30, $35 and up. And I can't get behind paying $30+ for lipstick. Unless it's Lisa. I'll let Lisa slide, because Lisa always been Lisa-ing, but you know, everything other than that is just team too much. Kopari Beauty has a new skincare collection. It looks like there is a vitamin C serum and a vitamin C moisturizer. Ooh, wait. Okay. I like this little lime green packaging. It's cute. I don't know what it's gonna cost, but I'm not in the market for any new skincare though, so not really interested in that at all. Okay. I feel like we need a wellness check on the Pat McGrath camp, because what is this? Who is asking for this Star Wars makeup bag? Has anyone checked in on Patricia? I mean, just asking like for us, because this is so confusing. It's so confusing. And I don't understand. And not only do I not understand it, I feel like we are, what, 4 months into the year, and Patricia hasn't released anything of substance. You know what I mean? Like, have we gotten any makeup that made sense so far? Like, I know she extended her blush, her cream blush line. There was Marc Jacobs' birthday lipstick. But that was it. Like, we haven't gotten anything, and we already in May. So, I feel like it's time for a wellness check. Just saying. Now, in addition to this makeup bag, it seems like a couple of other products have come out of the vault. So, y'all remember those little quints that were created from the last Star Wars collection that had the stickers? Yeah, those are back. Those are back. So, if you missed them, now is your time, you know? There's no way in hell I am buying a Star Wars themed makeup bag. To go where? Really, where am I going with this? Oh god. It's comical, but it's also not, because I genuinely, you know, Patricia, Pat McGrath is genuinely one of my favorite makeup brands, and you can't say nothing about Pat McGrath's motherships. You can't say anything about her eyeshadow, her quality. Like, it's just perfection. But all of these releases lately have been confusing, kind of lazy, uninteresting. So many different adjectives I could use, but yeah, I think we need a wellness check, but that's it. Oh Lord, let's keep on moving, y'all. Okay, speaking about people that need a wellness check, this Avatar and Lethal Cosmetics collab. Oof, they're working on my last good move, because here's the thing. They've been teasing this since March. And not even like the end of March. I'm talking about like the first week of March. The first week of March, they started teasing this collection. Come to find out, the reveal isn't until the end of May 24th. And then the collection launches May 31st, which is essentially June. Why would you start teasing a product in March and not release it until June? You could have kept that until you were ready. Like, why are you wasting our time like this? I don't understand. I am so aggravated and irritated, and the funny thing is that they've had collections, products come out in the interim, and I'm like, we don't want that. We just want to know what you're doing for the Avatar collection. It's making me not even want it. And I know that this is just probably me, but it just makes me, like, off of principle not even want it. But yeah, if y'all were curious, it's not even going to be revealed until the end of May 24th. So set your calendars. And then it launches on May 31st. This better be the best collection of all time. Just saying. One thing I do want to acknowledge, though, and somebody did mention this to me, because this is a collab with, obviously, the Avatar franchise, and, you know, there's a lot that goes into getting intellectual property. I'm assuming that the teasing of this, let me not assume. there is the possibility that the teasing of this palette, or whatever it is, because we don't know what the products are, there is a possibility that the teasing of this collection is driven by the owners of the IP, the owners of the intellectual property. So it might not be lethal, it might be the Avatar people themselves, so there may be that. So I'm giving them grace in that this might not be their fault, and they probably didn't want to do it this way either, so it is what it is. I'm gonna let it go. Speaking of like an exciting release though, Danessa Myricks now has brushes, y'all. So I did not see this coming, but I feel like I should have. I remember there was a sort of sneak peek about a collab with My Kid Co, but I honestly didn't take the step after that to realize that it would have been a brush collection. But it makes perfect sense. Like, this is such a natural step for her brand, for her lineup, for her to have brushes. So I think that this makes complete sense. And I appreciate the fact that instead of it just being like a couple of brushes, there's a whole collection, y'all. So there are eye brushes, face brushes, everything. So there's a starter kit that's $175 where you get 10 brushes, a detail kit for $150, and that's 11 brushes, an eye edition, which is 12 brushes for $175, face edition, which is 17 brushes for $275, and then the ultimate, which is like all of the brushes, for $450. So this isn't cheap by any means, if you were wondering. And if you were curious too about sort of the bristles of this, from what I understand, these are all synthetic brushes. Because they're synthetic, I don't think I'm going to pick these up. As of right now, I think that they are, I don't know where these are going to be sold. I'm going to assume that they'll come to Sephora, maybe. If not, it might just be on Danessa's website. If it does come to Sephora, I really hope that it's in store so I can actually feel the bristles. And the reason why I'm like hemming and hawing on this is because, again, going back to what I've said in numerous videos, I'm on a journey to replace my brushes with natural hair brushes because my skin is just too sensitive at this point to keep using synthetic brushes. It's nothing to do with like wanting to spend more money. It's just that I need softer things for my skin because it's way too aggravating. And considering how often I wear makeup, I need something a little bit softer. So if you do get it, I would love to hear from you guys on like, are these really soft? Like, how do they actually work? Because you do know that I do have some synthetic brushes, particularly the orange brush set from Units, which is the Beautylist brand. I find those to be extremely soft, and those are synthetic. But that's the only one that I've really been able to, like, actually use and continue using without any irritation. But, yeah, aside from the bristles being synthetic, I believe it is like straight like wood handled. So it does have a very luxury look to it. So it does make me a little bit sad because it looks luxe. It looks super high end. It actually kind of reminds me a little bit of the Rose and Ben brushes in terms of the look and aesthetic of it. And I love those. Those are so pretty. I've never tried those either, but they look really cute. ColourPop has a new collection. This is their Precious Metals collection. You know, ColourPop is an interesting brand now because y'all remember when they used to release a new product like every day? It's what it felt like, right? And they really slowed it down. They pulled it back. They've also expanded a lot so that they're in Targets and Ultas and kind of everywhere. They're a lot more accessible and they kept their prices low. So I definitely appreciate that. I do wonder though if their quality has changed or if their formula has improved. I believe ColourPop is a very good kind of starter brand. If you're just getting into makeup, you don't know where to start, and you're like, I just want to play and figure out what kind of like textures I like, what colors I like, ColourPop is a really good place to start. It's just really easy to work with. And very cheap. So it looks like this is a warm, and I mean warm, eyeshadow palette. So it's definitely on that sort of orangey coppery side, which is why it's calling to me a little bit. But there's also these kind of pot, I guess they're, the Jelly Much shadows. So this putty-like shadow, it looks pretty. And there is a limited edition 10th birthday Super Shock shadow. Wow, I can't believe ColourPop is only 10 years. Dang. Woof. Well, congrats to them and happy birthday, ColourPop. Oh, I did not see this coming. But I also don't follow this brand. So Refy Beauty has a new concealer. It's $26. It's available at Sephora. How many shades? It looks like this is 24 shades. I mean, yes. I like the price. I don't know why, but this isn't exciting me. So let me just move along. But yeah, if you cared, there's a new concealer from Refi. Has anyone tried that brand? What are they about? What do they do? Let me know, because it's not a brand that I'm familiar with. Whew, Jesus. Okay. Another release that is, I think, both exciting, surprising, confusing, I guess. Odin's Eye. Odin's Eye has more single shadows. Now, I do have a number of their single shadows from their original release. I think that they're nice. I don't think that they're the best single shadows on the market. And something about the formulation, some of them are a lot more, I don't want to say greasy, but creamy, oilier than others. So if you look at the Odin's Eye shadows, you'll realize that they have a kind of weaved texture to them in terms of what the embossing of the shadow looks like. And some of the ones that I have, it's so oily that the weaving goes away. Very strange. So I don't know if they've tweaked or updated the formula a little bit, hopefully for this new round of singles. I hope they did, because they needed to do something about that. What does interest me about this, though, is not necessarily the shimmer shades, but they have these matte shades. These swatches look a little photoshopped, a little, not real, so I can't tell you with any certainty if this is what they actually swatch like. But the matte shadows look really nice. They look stunning. And they did not release matte shadows with their original release, so that's what I'm most interested in. But I'm not picking this up. If you know me, you know that I don't use single shadows. I have a stupid single shadow collection, but I never use it. I never reach for it. So it would be extremely dumb of me to add more singles to my collection. If you were curious about the pricing, though, just so you know, there are 18 new multi-chrome eyeshadows that are $14.90 each. 12 single shimmer shadows that are $6.90. The matte shadows are $5.90, which is not bad. Like, honestly, $15 for multi-chrome is not a bad price. You guys have seen what multi-chromes go for. $20+. And less than $7 for a shimmer shadow, again, not bad. And I'm pretty sure you can use affiliate codes to bring that price down, get a little bit more money off. So that's certainly an option. And I don't know if they have any bundles you might be able to use to save an additional money. So something to consider. But you guys know, not doing any more singles in my life. So we have a new, and it's not really a new release. This is actually a re-release from Esom Cosmetics. They've actually reformulated their dual-ended pencils so that it is now a certified clean formulation. Y'all know how I feel about the word clean. What they do say is that it's waterproof, smudge-proof, transfer-proof, gluten-free, vegan, and cruelty-free. Okay, a couple of things. I do have a couple of the pencils that I purchased before they reformulated. Where is the bag? Where are these coming from? I'm just picking them off my table, and there's a little case that they came in. So I did purchase a couple of these before the reformulation, and they did send me a couple of the reformulated shades. So I will have both. I will probably try to test both out, let you guys know how I feel about it. What I do appreciate about the Esom formula, or the Esom pencils, I should say, is that they're dual-ended. So you kind of get two for the price of one, which, I mean, who doesn't like two for the price of one? So you have one on one side, and a complementary shade on the other side. So I am really looking forward to testing the new formula. And this is both for their lip pencils and their eye pencils. So something to keep in mind if you were interested in picking up from the brand. New from DD Signature, we have the Ultimate Cappuccino Eyeshadow Palette. This is a beautiful, honestly, I would call this a spicy neutral palette. And everyone that I've seen swatch this, it just looks so pretty. It looks like there's some really nice, stunning, just good shimmers. I don't know if these are multi-chromes. They look like standard shimmers, but like solid shimmers. And there's this mix of like copper with green. And I consider like those two to be very neutral leaning shades because they're so earthy. So I do think that this is a really nice palette where you can get wearable looks, but you can also throw in a little pop of color in there. So something about all of these swatches I've seen for this just makes me very curious about it. But yeah, this is such a pretty palette. And it is $34. It's available now. They say that they are 4 high intensity metallics or duochrome shades. So yeah, nothing really special in terms of the shimmers. Now they do say that there are 8 new reformulated high quality mattes. We love an improved matte formula. Y'all know a matte can make or break it. Just saying. And DD Signature is a black owned brand, so if you're looking to support, not a bad idea. Speaking of another black owned brand, Playing Your Makeup by Yolando has a new palette. Whew, this is... Oh, I love the color stories that this brand gives us. This is the Visionary palette. So it's 30 shades. Again, this is what I would consider a spicy neutral palette. And the top row, there is a little bit of color. So you have purple and blue and green mattes that can be used to like add a little bit of pop, a little bit of drama. But if you cover those first 4 shades in that top row, yeah, this is a neutral palette, a spicy neutral palette. And oh my gosh, I want this so much. But honestly, I have like 3 Playing Your Makeup by Yolando palettes. I think I might have decluttered one. The mattes are not my favorite. They're definitely like pigments, but hard to blend pigments. I don't know if they've changed or reformulated or anything like that. But what I do appreciate though is that the pigments be pigmented. So if you have a darker, deeper complexion and you want just richer shadows, they work really well. And in terms of the shimmers, they're, from what I've seen in the past palettes that I've used, they're standard metallics. They work really well. They have really nice punch in them, but they're not my favorite formula by any means. I'm not seeing anything on the price of this. Okay, so it says launching May 4th. Is that today? I think that was yesterday. Hold on. It says launching May 4th. So let me tell y'all what the price is. Okay, so it's $45. That's not bad. Again, you get 30 shades. And I'm always like intrigued, and I've always checked for this brand. I just have never actually like bought anything in a very long time. So if you were curious, if you were interested, that's not a bad price point actually. Okay, couple more and then we will end things off. I did not get a chance to talk about this. I completely forgot about this until I saw the release of the Discovery set. But Charlotte Tilbury has fragrance now. And it's giving Harry Potter, which I kind of like. If y'all didn't know, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I have read the book multiple times. I absolutely love, like, it's my childhood. I grew up on Harry Potter. When I was a child, I remember my aunt got me the first 3 books, read them, was hooked. And then y'all remember we had to wait for her to write the rest of them. That was an exercise in patience. And I remember this very distinctly. I was living in Trinidad, of course. And we obviously would get everything after the rest of the world. So my aunt would pre-order the Harry Potter books and then ship it to me. And I'd be like the first person to have the book. And I would read, like once I started that book, I had to finish it. I read those thick books from cover to cover within like 24 hours. Because there was no like, oh, I'm gonna read it piece by piece. Once I got it, it was cover to cover within that time period. I didn't sleep. I like ate and read. It was a mess, but it was such a good, like the writing, absolute perfection. So these do look like potion bottles. I think they're cute, but I'm also like, it's a little juvenile, but the Harry Potter fan in me is like, oh, these are cute. Let's talk about what it is though. So it looks like there are 6 different fragrances, and okay, price wise they're not bad. The full sizes are 100 milliliters and $150. The travel sizes are 10 milliliters and they're $25. So not bad in terms of price wise. They're available now, and if you want to get the Discovery set to test them out, all of them, it's like all of the samples basically $30. I don't see if this is coming to Sephora though. So if it does show up, I'll let you guys know. So the first scent is More Sex. It's a musk leather scent. Let's see what the notes are. The notes are black pepper, juniper, ambroxan, musk, animalic, aldron, leather, and sandalwood. Okay. I love all those scents. It's very complex. It seems like that might be a little bit more of a winter scent. It might be a little bit too or winter scent, date night scent, whatever you want to call it. Next up, there is Magic Energy, which is a citrus woody scent. So the notes are bergamot, palo santo, frankincense, cypress, ultimate, and seaweed. I don't know if that's for me. Then we have Love Frequency, which is a floral woody scent. That I might actually like that. So it's rose, pink pepper, patchouli, sensual, woody notes, and musks. I think I might actually like that one. Okay. Joyphoria is the next one. I love the name of that. Joyphoria. It's a warm floral scent. That I think I might like this one too. Negroli. Yanglung. That's probably not what it is. Coconut water, petitgrain, jasmine, sambac, tuberose, absolute, vanilla, and musk. I feel like that's a nice daytime, everyday kind of scent. I was not planning to get the discovery set of this, but now I feel like I need to. Next up, we have Cosmic Power, which is described as an amber spicy scent. So it notes a black pepper, cinnamon, LMI, one of those, rose, ultimate, amber, frankincense, and vanilla bean. Okay, this sounds like it might be a little bit too gourmand for me, but it's interesting. And lastly, I believe, is Calm Bliss, and the notes are neroli, lavandin, watery accord, orris concrete, and white musk. Ooh, that sounds like it's nice. And it might give me a little beachy vibes. Okay. Dang, I was not intrigued until I started reading the notes, and now I'm like, maybe. So I'm definitely gonna look into it. I really hope it comes to Sephora because I would love to smell those in store. Not buying anything, just so y'all know. I'm gonna wait for a sale. And I have not been doing a very good job at telling y'all what's gonna go on sale. My bad, y'all. Today is just not that day. I also haven't eaten today, but it's okay. Let's do one, maybe two more, and then we'll end things off. This is another one that I forgot to mention, but Danessa Myricks has a new highlighter. This is the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Low Lighter Soft Glow Highlighter. What in the wordsmith sandwich is going on? Y'all hear how much words I just used to name this? This is too much, Danessa. Danessa, I'm going to need you to cut it down, okay? You're going to have to shorten it. So, it's a highlighter in that blurring balm powder formulation, which you all know has, like, it's just iconic for the brand. You know how every brand has their signature product? That blurring balm powder is Danessa's, in my humble opinion. This looks like it's shiny as hell, though. It is not going to be one for me. Actually, it's not too bad for a highlighter. I take it back. It's still not for me, but it doesn't look like it's too shiny. So I take it back. And the price of that is $25, which is not bad. Because how much highlighter you really need? It looks like a decent size, and I think we can all agree that highlighters are too big already. If it's one thing you need to make smaller, it's a highlighter, because nobody's using that much. Okay, so I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Let me scooch back into the middle, and we'll wrap up today's video. Okay, so let me just say I'm not particularly impressed or excited by 99.987% of all of the things that we just talked about. None of these releases are exactly screaming like must have, need to run out and get it immediately. I don't think that any of these are must-haves, at least for my collection. And quite frankly, I truly think all of these are going to end up going on sale eventually, whether it be because they're sold at like a Sephora and there will be another VIB sale later on in the year, or, you know, Black Friday. 4th of July is coming up. I know it's still a ways away because we're just entering into May, but 4th of July is coming up. There might be some Mother's Day sales going on that folks can catch. But either way, I'm not interested, and I understand fully that part of that is because of the fact that I'm on a low buy, no buy journey right now, which I needed to be. If you watch my last haul, which is over an hour long, which is insane, y'all understand why I'm on a low buy journey. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me watching today's video. Hopefully next week will be dry so we can do an outside new makeup releases. If not, we'll be here again. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate you all so much more than you know, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.